Alright, I'll just hold it. So we created a new user. So we created Chris, and right now the password's testpw. It says user was created in that center area. And now we can go to return to staff entry page. And when we go back, you can choose to manage the brand content or manage the category content. So say we go to brand content.
Okay, thank you.
What you'll want to do is select a brand or subcategory to edit.
Okay.
If you want to add a brand, you can click this Add a Brand. To add a subcategory page to a brand, you're going to want to click the brand link on the left, and then you'll get the option to edit the subcategory. And then down here, if you made a mistake and you really meant to go to category, or you just want to log out, you can return to the staff entry page. And you're always going to want to return there to log out after you're done. So, say you go to brands, and you click 3M. Now, once you're in here, you have the brand name showing. Position is number 1. That means it's the top of this list of all of the brands. You can move that wherever you want, and then you'll automatically see it move in here, and that will be how it'll look on the site. Right now they're alphabetically though, so wouldn't want to deal with that. And right now I have it set to visible. So if you decide at any point, we don't want 3M on the site anymore, you just change it to no, and then you click Edit Brand, and it'll say Successfully Updated. Now, you can go into the database and look, and if you scroll up to 3M, you'll see now it is visible 0. And that means that now it's not showing on the site. But we are going to want it to show on the site, so let's move it back to Yes, Edit Brand, and then it successfully updates. I always just double check and go to brand, and you'll notice now that it's visible 1. So you can also update the brand's name easily. Say you want to call it 3Mers or something, and then you say Edit Brand. It'll update, and you will see the database. Now it's 3Mers. So that is how you can edit the name of the brand, you can edit the position of the brand in the sidebar, and you can make it visible or not visible to the users online. So let me just return that. So now it's back to 3M. And now, if you want to ever delete a brand, you do have that option. You can click Delete Brand, and it'll say, are you sure? Just to make sure you don't just delete something without thinking. You have to verify that, but once you delete it, it would be removed, and you would not see it in the table either. But right now, we want that, so just say Cancel. And you will also notice, under 3M, I've built some sample subcategory pages already. So right now I have 8 subcategory pages, and you can click one of these and you'll be able to see the subcategory here. You can change that name just like you can change the brand. You can change the position of it in the subcategory list. So that would be position underneath 3M. So say you have, this is 1997 and this is 2012. You want 2012 to be near the top, you just change this one to be position 1, move that to position 2. So you can easily move those within the list. And right now, for the content, it is just text. So if you were to go to the site and you went to the 3M subcategory page, subcategory number 1 page, it'll just show subcategory of brand. I was going to ask you how you want, what display options you want, and then I can build that for you. But right now it's just doing text. But you will be able to choose pictures, links, whatever it is. I just needed to know specifically where you want them on the page. And then you'll also notice for brand subcategory at the moment, so you can edit, just to review, you can edit the name, you can change the position, you can edit what's in the content, At the very bottom, I've given you lots of space for each page. You can update the page to make sure all those changes go into the database, or you can delete the page. And yet again, if you say delete, it'll give you that option. Make sure you want to delete it, and if you say OK, it'll take it out of the database and you won't see it listed anymore. Now, from the back end, just so you know how that works, we had that brands table, which you saw. Now we have a TBL pages table, which is the subcategories for the brands. So, right now, everything that you're seeing, all these subpages that you're seeing under these different brands are showing under this table. So basically, this TBL pages table is referencing the brands table so that it knows which brand these subpages are connected to, and then when it goes back to the user, it has the brand info and then the specific subpage that it's connected. And I'm only showing you this just in case you ever want to use that back end, but I'm building everything so that you can just do all of your edits and all your changes within this web server rather than from within there. And so that's how your subcategories are right now. And if we wanted to switch, and we say, okay, well, we're done with subcategories, or we're done with this subcategory, you can just click over to the left and you can do add new page to brand if you want to add a new subcategory page. And for that, you would just say, okay, this is a brand subcategory number 9. And it's associated with the first brand. And so if you're making a new brand subcategory, you'll just want to name it. You know it's with brand number 1 because you chose it from underneath this 3M. And then you're going to want to select a position. So you will see right now that the subcategories, you have 8 total right now. And since we're adding one, now you have 9 listed as total. So you can choose this new page to be in that 9th position, to be underneath these 8. You can choose it to be in one of these other positions, which would cause all the ones below that to just shuffle down. And for right now, let's say we want it position 9, and we want to do subcategory of brand test with Chris. Okay, so everything's filled out. Then we go down to here, say create page, and you will now notice that it has a brand subcategory 9 underneath the 3M. And in the back end, you can also see that in the table pages we have brand subcategory 9 with to brand ID number 1, which is 3M. It's visible, and it says content subcategory brand test with Chris. So that's been entered, and now it's in here. Likewise, say you've added something, you want to delete it, you just scroll at the bottom of that subcategory page and you say delete. Are you sure you want to delete? You say okay, and it will go back, and now it's gone. And furthermore, if in the back end, it's gone as well. It's no longer in there. Now, this is just the brands area. Say you're done with brands, you've done adding some pages and such. We can go back to here, return to staff entry page. And that will take you back to this main area, and you can choose to manage category content. Now you have the options, the exact same setup, exact same options basically for categories. So for
okay, I have a problem. I can't see. Okay, this is a bad distance for me because I can see